Welcome along here to English Park for this Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup game between Christchurch United in the blue today and Selwyn United in the white. The officials for today. We've got officiating in the middle is Michael Love. He'll be assisted by Caleb Downs and Aaron Nottage. The fourth official is Jack Henderson. Now the home side for the night, it would be Christchurch United in their customary blue. In goal, we have Jordan Ashton. Number 3, Sho Matheson. Number 5, Riley Grover. Number 7, Leo Sepulveda. Number 9, Daniel McLennan. Number 10, Eddie Wilkinson. Number 11, Blake Weston. Number 21, Noah Bingsley. Captain, number 22, Matt Todd Smith. Number 23, Benjamin Latsey. Number 24, Jago Godden. Coached by Paul Eiffel, assisted by Ika Kwando. Their physios, Michael Peterson. Team manager, Tony Gumley. Analyst, Sam Peterson. And in the white today, all the way from Rolleston, Selwyn United. In goal, Piatatako Burema. Number 2, Quadro Amafo. Number 4, John Mottis. Number 5, Jack Allett. Captain, number 6, Jaden Booth. Number 8, Jamie Carradis. Number 9, Joe Arnott. Number 11, Callum Murdoch. Number 16, Luke Mackay. Number 20, Nicholas Farley. Number 21, Darius Van Wyk. They're coached by Lead Padmore. He's assisted by Christopher Brown and Gary Wooden. Goalkeeper coaches Christopher Leggett. Physios Kim Bond. Team manager Oliver Fussy. And the trainers Mitchell Logan. So we're in for a big game here tonight in the Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup. And it's Selwyn who get us underway, heading in towards the St Albans School. And they're immediately put under pressure from the Christchurch United press. As we see how these two teams settle into their cup football. The last time they met in this cup last year was a semi-final win to Christchurch United by 1 goal. And it's Christchurch United on the attack now. They've got possession out there on the right-hand side. The ball's been squared in by right across the goal. It hits the far post and it's drilled in. What a start from Christchurch United. And the blue masses huddle around a yet to be identified goal scorer. But it was great work out there. The press went on. Selwyn were caught in position out in the left back area. Got turned over. Cut back onto the left foot. Driven across. It ended up coming off the upright. Bounced favourably to the top of the 6-yard box. And I'm still yet to see the shirt number for it. It is number 7. Leonardo Sepulveda opens his account here. Freshly arrived from Chile to enjoy his football here in Christchurch. And ultimately likely to be drawn in by the opportunity to play National League, as Christchurch United are sitting at the top of the Southern League as it currently stands. So what a start there. Inside the first couple of minutes, we've got our first goal. But it's Selwyn now pressing up on the left-hand side, and it's Blake Weston sent a bit of a skyward clearance as Selwyn tried to answer straight back, and the ball's we're going to see our first corner. Yes, we are. Referee Michael Love agreeing with the pleading from the Selwyn players, as they'll try to answer straight back here. Both arms are gone up. Ball goes in. It's gone pretty central. Well defended so far. Jago Godden just getting the head on it, getting it away. Looks like Eddie Wilkinson out there with the left foot driven in, just unfortunately Well, fortunately for Selwyn, they're getting a foot in and getting it away. As Callum Murdoch gets the ball under control. Pivots, turns, gets the ball out wide. Can't quite see on that far side of the field. The lighting here is just not giving me much as far as recognising the numbers on that far side. Hopefully the play gets over here sometime soon. But that run out there looked like Danede, who was featuring on the bench at one stage, isn't anymore, but it can't be him. There's a great ball through, and it's Sam Latchley with a left foot, but Peter Bremer is up for that. There was nice play in there from Daniel McLennan to find the overlapping run from Ben Lapsley. There we go. The Selwyn, a square ball across there. It's dangerous. It's a bit wayward, that sort of pass in there. And McLennan's got the ball on his left foot. Drives in, clips it around and oh my gosh. A delicious ball in there, right across the 6-yard box, and the player in question there is not going to want to see that replayed. Right, number 2. That can't be right. Who was that? Must be sorting out the numbers out here to my corresponding sheet. That must have been number 21. It was Noah Bingsley in his first game. The ex-All White. Probably wants to be a current All White at the moment. I'd say he's come back from playing in Minnesota in the USA. Signed up and joined the Christchurch United ranks. Had a great opportunity to open his account here in Canterbury at English Park. And it's been end-to-end cup football so far. Christchurch United just willing to play it out from the back here, out to Lapsley. He's going to look forward into young Jago got in, and he's playing that defensive midfield role, anchor sort of midfielding. And it's Bingsley with a bit of loose control, and Murdoch's got himself through, but the touch is just too heavy. Oh, Callum Murdoch, he's been scoring a couple of goals recently, and he had a good opportunity there, but unable to take it. Ball's into Carradus. Bit of a loose pass, and Bingsley's got onto it. Ball sprayed out to Eddie Wilkinson. Gets his head up. Sprays it out here to McLennan. Gets it on his left foot. Back to Lapsley. Inside to Todd Smith. The touch is a bit loose there. But there's another dangerous run in here from on the left, on the right-hand side of the Christchurch United team. There's Show Matheson coming up there, and he's got a corner for his side. Looks like Lapsley's going to make the long trek across here from left back to swing it in on the Selwyn United goal at the Port Hills end. Great energy shown out there so far, and it's a short one. Just laid off. Lapsley drives in and thumps the ball goalward, and Bremer does very well to first of all save it and then punch it clear. Lapsley obviously using his futsal talents, New Zealand futsal player, just to punch one straight in. And Bremer might have thought that might have been a high-riding Selwyn player, but there wasn't. He got it out of his hands real quick and long. Now it looks like it's going to come back into him, and the ball's got a wee bit too close. As he goes to ground just to buy himself a bit of time and composure. So I want it to Oh, miscontrol in there by Amafio, the young player. Put it right into the centre midfield role. He's got his hands, going to have his hands full. Good composure in there with the Selwyn United defenders. Not a great pass in there from Arnott. And Murdoch's going to hunt away up front. Nothing given. This composure by Ashton at the back. And Weston. Jago with a square ball, but unable to capitalise it, Arnott. Lapsley got plenty of room to move, make some decisions. He's going to exploit the space in front of him and whip it in. And it's bounced back out to him. And McLennan would have liked something a bit better from his left foot there. Did well to get under control at the top of the area, drove in, but straight at Barima, who coped very easily with that one. Arnott, just Jago on the ball. Back into Grover. Over to Weston. Sprays the ball out to Ashton, Wilkinson. Some of these big long passes are making the field look small. But here's Arnott coming down the right-hand side. A good touch he has not got. And he had a great opportunity there if he was only able to keep the ball under control. And had a great ball down the line there from goal scorer Sepulveda. And it was McLennan who tried to get the ball into Bingsley. Allett sitting at the back, able to find a pass into Caritas, but his ball's no good. It has Sepulveda's on it, and Bingsley's got himself in the way and copped a close range shot from his attacking midfielder. He might be able to just stumble and get rid of that bit of ache and pain from what looked to be a pretty well struck ball from the Chilean. Selwyn United are really going to have to make sure their passes are on spot tonight. A couple of loose touches and loose passes have given Christchurch United a sniff. And here's another one. The ball's gone into Bingsley. Bream has come out. The cover's there from Allett. Right man at the right time. Recovering from that little error out here. And Selwyn with the ball back at feet. Ball makes its way back to Barima. A tight ball into Caritas, who's able to get it out to Quadro. Ball's back into Mottis, and Mottis has clipped it forward looking for Murdoch. Mottis still at Lincoln High School, and very good runner as he smashes out the 400 pretty well. And he's going to have to use his pace now to get back and recover as McLennan gets his head up, and there's that speed from Mottis, who's able to get some pressure on. And a wee Barima to get us underway again, out of the hands. And Grover's been able to come out with the ball. McLennan's got it at his feet. Once again, given space and time. Clips the ball out in the direction of Eddie Wilkinson. It's intercepted. But put in, and Wilkinson whips it across the 6-yard line, and it's timely. Is that another miss? The defender might have got there, but Bingsley was there too, and he must have got the final touch on it to put it wide. He probably just needed a wee bit more of a subtle touch, he will be thinking. But my word, Christchurch United are just turning it on as soon as they need to. As soon as they've got a sniff, they're into it. The team sheet here in front of me from Selwyn United is missing a few names. I think might be a few players that Coach Padmore would have preferred to have available to choose from. But a great experience for the young ones that have been able to step up tonight. Another great ball into Lapsley with plenty of time and space in front of him. And again, well recovered. A great run back defensively for Selwyn. It was Arnott, I think. As the pressure goes on, the touching, the passing from Christchurch United, but Grover's going back to Ashton and receives it back again into some space. Looks forward, clips it into McLennan. Drops it into Jago. He whips it into Bingsley. He gets it under control nicely. And it will be Matt Todd-Smith who's anchors the midfield here for United, just interchanging some passes with his teammates as they move the ball around, looking for that space to attack in. And it's a threaded ball through to Lapsley, who can meet it with a first-time caution. Oh my goodness me. Past two blue shirts, and Wilkinson whips it in. And the defence is strong enough just to deflect that shot. But Lapsley whipping a delicious ball straight across the 6-yard line. Bingsley was there. McLennan was there. He ended up back on the far post with Wilkinson, who was able to get the ball back onto his left foot. The shot looked goalward, but a Selwyn United defender was able to get in the way of it. And it'll be Wilkinson to gather the ball and step up to take this corner. He'll wrap his right foot around this one and put it right in the mixing bowl, I'd imagine. There's a run short, but it's clipped into the near post. Got it this way to Bingsley, who wasn't able to get it under control after a bit of a flicker on there from Lapsley. Or was it from Jago by the looks of it? Jago Godden in there. Showing some good promise, a young player with the recently joined the Christchurch United ranks. Carradus is a man that's played plenty of football at this level. He'll be looking to influence and inspire the young players around him. So try to get their composure back on after conceding one very early. Oh, well, they would have known right from the get-go. They've Selwyn United sitting 9th in the Southern League currently. They knew their hands would have been full. As a United side who looking to strengthen as they head towards the possibility of playing National League football later on in the year. They've got a few more, the Southern League's got a bit more to go on it. I think we've got 6 more rounds to go in the Southern League before we can confirm the top 2 who will join in the National League. And a ball through to Bingsley. He's got himself onside. He's at the top of the... tried to just get outside and put his right foot on it to get it into that far post, but it was a defending touch. And fortunately for Barima, it made its way past him and and outside the post into the side netting. So it'll be Wilkinson to take another corner from the Steve Sumner stand side. And Lapsley's come short again, and he's used this time. Wilkinson catches up with it and puts it in. It's fallen onto Bingsley. Driven in by Godden. And there goes a Mafo. Clipped into Murdoch, who's done well to get the ball in his other mate on the right side of Lapsley. Ashton's come out. Fortunately, might have been Godden who got himself involved in the defence there and splayed some blushes. And an interesting sort of tackle on Ashton there. And it looks like the cards come out. I don't quite see the number over there. It might be Luke Mackay, number 6 maybe. Could be even... it won't be Luke Mackay, I don't think. But just a bit of a tangle up, and the referee Love wasn't impressed, so out came the cards. It'll be Christchurch United who open up the pitch with a long sweeper to Lapsley, who's again found himself in a shared load of space. McLennan back into Lapsley, a bit of a misdirected pass, but he'll be able to get the ball back into Grover. Godden to Matt Todd Smith, out to Wilkinson. Ball moving nice and accurately around the blue shirts of Christchurch United as Wilkinson gets it on his left. Todd Smith cleverly finding Wilkinson again, who turns, got the ball into a very dangerous area, but Selwyn doing well to get rid of it. Yeah, Murdoch's attention from, got close attention from Weston, who's been judged to have fouled. So we'll restart here from Ellett. No, it'll be Booth. It will get us underway. There's Luke Mackay out there on the far side, who's got his hands full with Wilkinson. And it's Wilkinson on the ball now, just interchanging some passes. Trying to draw the defence out of shape. Oh, a very dangerous clearance into the middle. It's Godden who's got the ball out to Sepulveda. Into Godden. Godden back into McLennan. Nice little interchanges, but unfortunately the last one wasn't accurate enough. And we'll restart from a throw here. There is a good looking crowd out here. There's plenty of hoods and woolly hats out tonight. Godden with the ball to the far post. And it was judged to be Bingsley, just got himself in an offside position. Was unable to get the header goalward. But a clever little ball in from Godden. There'll be Barima. At the 20-minute mark, there's been plenty of action end to end at the moment. Good cup football here at English Park. In this third quarter final. Bingsley just a little interchange in there with Todd Smith. McLennan had got himself in an offside position. The ball just didn't get out there as quick as he would have liked. McLennan played his football in Australia last year. I'm not actually quite sure where, but he's shown that he's more of a handful here in the Southern League. Boomer up to Lapsley. He's able to get his head on it. Flicked on to Bingsley. Clip forward to McLennan, who's able to get the ball. And Mottis tries to stick with him. This great ball through from Bingsley has just missed the... Oh, I thought it was just weighted a bit heavy, but there must have been a touch in there from Selwyn United, because referee loves giving them a corner. And the pressure will be on again. From Christchurch United as they gather around the back. Someone's coming short again. A well practiced set play here from United. Wilkinson into Lapsley. Lapsley's been able to dance through. But the connection wasn't quite there between Lapsley and Wilkinson. They don't end up on the same side very often. The ball's passed out to Modis. Looks forward. Rolls it into Arnott. Arnott back into Caritas. Slips as he tries to get the ball forward again. Lapsley got in, getting on the ball. Piercing run through here. Delicious little ball through. McLennan drives it into the 6-yard box, and it was Bingsley who couldn't get there. Quite how, I don't know. He was in the right position once again, but just the ball just eluding him as it flashes across that 6-yard area. And Godden goes back into Weston. Weston will come out to Grover. Grover steps forward, looks for those opportunities, gets able to thread the needle into McLennan, who can get it onto his left foot, drive it into that dangerous area. Alex up for the challenge. He slides in and stops the ball getting across into even more dangerous area. Well, there's some very incisive passes coming in here from the Christchurch United side. And it's a short one into Lapsley. Lapsley back to Wilkinson, who's able to get a touch, drives in the area. Can't get it past the first man, however. Does Selwyn look to reset from another restart here? The goal kick from Barima. We go back to Booth. Steps forward looking for options. Can't find any. And the ball's been turned over. Into Godden. Godden. Oh, nice work in there from Amafa, who's under pressure, all sorts of pressure here from Matheson. Matheson spills it out. Wilkinson out to the top to Godden. Todd Smith back out to Matheson, who drives in, looks for this opportunity for an interchange there with the Chilean. The ball's into Bingsley, who rockets it into a defender for another corner. It was Sepulveda who's making himself available for quick interchanges in that central area, really providing a handful for the Selwyn midfield. Nice composed, quick play from the Christchurch United team. There'll be Lapsley's left foot. The movement happens again and someone short. It was McLennan who got there. Sepulveda not able to get much purchase on that, and Barima's handled that well. So he looks forward. Nicholas Farley jumping with Matheson, but no avail. Alex only able to just put the ball up, and Bingsley able to get the ball under control and back out as Wilkinson tries to get forward. Oh, Mackay just about spilt the beans up there for United. Arnott's come in. Motta's overlapped. He's been tracked carefully by McLennan. Does some defensive work. Motta's good little contest there between a seasoned veteran in McLennan and the young up-and-coming John Mottis. And here they are again. McLennan's are easily able to turn and clip a ball up and over. Doesn't get over Booth though. Carradis has got the ball in the centre of the park. Out it goes to Darius Van Wyk, who zips down and gets himself very quickly involved in the 18-yard box. Gets a shot on target. But Ashton is untroubled as he takes it. Two hands. And McLennan's rolls the ball into Bingsley. Guarded by Allett. Oh, and the ball clipped in well by McLennan. It made its way through to Sepulveda, but he didn't know too much about it as it ricocheted off his legs wide of the goal. Allett just getting this underway back after Mottis. Mottis looks forward into Arnott. Arnott, nice little step over, eluding Lapsley. Godden putting all sorts of pressure on Farley there, and just a wee bit too much pressure judged by referee Love. The Barima comes forward to get us back underway. And Selwyn try to get something a bit further forward and get, they can get another chance on. Yep. Ball's into Carradis, who fights with the ball from Weston, and it's Farley who's BS. He's got a wee touch on that. A wee. Looks like Weston might be trying to change the referee's mind, but I don't think he'll have much luck. It'll be a corner here for Selwyn United. There's a wee opportunity to even the ledger here on the 30th minute mark. It's a bit up and under and it's cleared well. Be Mottis on the ball, drives the ball into Murdoch, spins, gets the ball into Dan Vyke. Keeps position, Mackay driving it goalward, but a bit too uppish. Allett goes back to Barima, who can just sort of gets the ball away, but not probably as accurately as he would want to. And it's another loosish pass in there from Quadro Amafo. And nice work in there from Lapsley. He's got it on his left foot, but the cover from Allett again is there. Lapsley was just looking for that ball to fall into his stride so he could get the shot off a bit earlier. It was a great overlapping run, and McLennan found him well on the pivot. And they'll get the opportunity to have another corner here, Christchurch United. And Wilkinson, they've used a short one again this time. There's a bit more intention here from Sepulveda, putting it across Bingsley. Got a free header and he's put it goalward, but didn't quite get the pace on it that he needed to trouble Barima. He took it easily, lying on his left side. It's McLennan into Sepulveda, who's not hit that one to the best of his ability. The return pass was a bit loose there, and we'll ball into Arnott, tries to spin on Lapsley. Arnott's. Oh, there we go. Todd Smith. He's got a one-on-one with Mackay. Chooses to shoot first time, and Barima just puts enough hand on it to stop Beasley. Beasley getting the ball off him. It was a bit of a stinging shot in there from Matt Todd Smith as he was able to get the ball on the go forward. Lapsley and Godden combining there to bring that ball down. The ball's going to find its way to Wilkinson on the right-hand side. So he dances inside Mackay and drives the ball across again, and it's stabbed in again. The second goal of the night for Christchurch United, and the second goal of the night from Leonardo Sepulveda. Once again, Wilkinson, the provider, showing some clean heels as he drove into the 18-yard box, touched it past Mackay, drove it into that 6-yard box, spilt back off Bingsley or a defender there, and is stabbed away by the Chilean, who's given his side a 2-goal advantage at the 30, just getting on to the 35th minute. Well, how much evidence do you need, referee? Will be the question from Jamie Carradis. His boots come right off. Had to plead for that foul to be given. Didn't seem to be much in it, but just that accidental coming together. He's Carradis, try to remember how to do up his laces. Hopefully he's got that mastered by now. Well, what can Selwyn do from here? They've really just maybe just got to see if they can get the ball higher up the pitch and so try to press and create some mistakes out of the defensive Christchurch United unit, who have been known to give up a few goals, which will be something I'm sure Coach Eiffel will be trying to rectify at this part of the season. There's Todd Smith, ball into Lapsley. No, Lapsley's left that go for McLennan, who's gone out and got it. And it's Grover into Godden. Godden, Matt Todd Smith. Gets the ball out to Matheson. Returns the ball to... Oh no, it's gone through to Wilkinson, who's got himself plenty of space, and he's found Sepultura again, whose touch isn't great, but is driven in from Bingsley. No, it wasn't Bingsley. It might have been. As well, I don't think Barima saw a lot of that, but he had enough body behind it to stop it going into the goal, but he did very well to catch his rebound off his body. There's Murdoch. Gets into a contest out here with Lapsley. And that pressure has resulted in a Selwyn throw in here. Be Mottis, who has got a decent throw on him. Could be something they could utilise. Arnott's got it into the box, but good clearance in there from Weston. McLennan into Godden, back to Lapsley. Lapsley leans back. Clips it forward and out. Mottis, I know, has been playing reserve team football this year. I'm not sure too many. Or a ball that wasn't far away from being dangerous here, but now it's dangerous in the favour of Christchurch United. Wilkinson's got it forward to Bingsley. It's McLennan who takes a touch goalward. He's got it onto his left peg, but the cover's good from Ellett. Sepulveda's calmed things down by just taking the ball out, finding some space. McLennan's going to be able to get it into the 6-yard box, but it's far too close to Burima, who copes very well with that one. And is it Ashton doing well there just to cover his area, and he's got Matheson going forward. Ball goes into Bingsley, take a touch. Spins, just times his pass out here to McLennan, gets one touch on the left foot, drives it into that 6-yard box, but it's well patrolled by Allett. He can only get as far as Godden. Godden squares Metz, Todd Smith. And it's Wilkinson. Fakes a shot with the right foot and the left foot. And Godden gets to restart the play with a pass into Bingsley. And it's Weston back to Grover, who's got it all in front of him. Sepulveda out to Lapsley. Receives the return into Godden. Godden clips it forward. An enterprising ball, unable to find McLennan as he puts pressure under Mottis. Burima provides somewhat of a clearance. Wilkinson back into Todd Smith. He steps forward. Does he have a crack? He does now as he stepped inside of Amafeo. But he can get his shot on target. Christchurch United just looking at other ways to score other than down that right-hand side. Carradus under pressure from Godden, does well there. Mottis has got it at his feet. Tries to clip a pass, but it's well read by Lapsley. A bit of a fortunate spill in there. Bingsley's got the ball out to Wilkinson with the one touch and gets himself forward. Wilkinson into McLennan, overlaps the run, has a crack, but ever-present Ellett's there to block the ball again. Some great positional play from young Joe Ellett, covering that area very well. As United load their attack again and again at the Selwyn defence. McLennan back into Godden. Godden drove it in nice and low. Sepulveda goes for the hat trick. Just a bit of a touch from a defender, and Barima's able to get his hands on it. What a combination this is going to be looking to be. Sepulveda and Bingsley through the middle of this side for Christchurch United. It's McLennan who's been able to get plenty of space and time out there, but Mottis has done well to get back involved and recover in recovery. And Wilkinson's come across to take the throw into McLennan. Tries to get on his left foot. Draws the corner against Mottis. Only a few minutes left on the clock. Top of the box, Sepultura. Sepulveda has not been able to get his foot around, left foot around that one. It was well found. He was in a bit of space, and then Wilkinson was able to find him with a bullet-like pass. But the space closed, the time evaporated, and there was a bit of a rash shot in there from the Chilean. Carradus under pressure from Godden again. As he flicks it on to Arnott. Carradus pumping it forward to Arnott. No. It was Fairley who just let that one drift out. Ball into Murdoch. No, just a bit. Touch was a bit loose, unlike Bingsley, who's had a great touch on the ball and it's been put forward from Wilkinson, but just a bit heavy to be able to get any connection with McLennan. And Mackay getting the ball. Moves it forward to it. And linesman flag's gone up there. Darius van Wyk unable to keep it in. And it's Grover who's going to punch the ball very accurately through to Lapsley. Lapsley's got everything in front of him. But great defending in there from young John Morris. Able to given up again in that central midfield area from Selwyn. Squared across and oh my goodness me. Not quite sure what happened there, but that looks like Bingsley's might have missed the opportunity to put the ball in an open net. He's squared the ball straight back across the goal. And he dearly would have liked to have done a lot better with that. The ball's back in with Todd Smith. Put the ball out to Wilkinson. Rolls it into McLennan on his left foot. Puts the ball goalward. Ellett's there again. Murdoch trying to get himself on the ball with a bit of industry. Weston's got it forward through to Ellett. And the referee, Love, says 10 seconds is enough for extra time in this first half, or additional time in this first half. And we've got a 2-goal advantage to Christchurch United. Both goals coming the way of Leonardo Sepulveda. Down the right-hand side, squared in, and he's been able to tuck away two goals for his side. We'll be back in quarter of an hour with the second half of this Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup quarterfinal. And we're back underway here at English Park. Christchurch United having the kick-off. We've just got a bit of a low-lying cloud coming by the looks of it. Otherwise, all my eyes got a bit foggy in the as I tried to warm myself up over the half-time break. But it's Selwyn United. We've got everything to play for in this second half to keep themselves alive in this cup competition. The current holders of the Hurley Shield. They've got another big game on the weekend as they face second place Kashmir Technical, but it's Eddie Wilkinson who come down this right hand side with a clean pair of heels. He gets inside the 18-yard box, looks for the options. He's gone straight at Barima, looking for that top corner, and it's parried over. A powerful run in there from young Eddie Wilkinson. Set up the first two goals that Christchurch United have got from some great crosses. This time he's decided to come straight out of the box and go himself. And why not too? He had absolutely no cover coming to close his pathway down. And Christchurch United for that short run again, but they're popping it over right to the back post. So Weston's got on it, but directed it nowhere. It's Van Wyk who's got rid of it. Matheson's trying to get it ball under control. And the ball's back with Wilkinson. Looks like Lapsley here he's ended up at right back for the moment as he took the corner out the side. And he's going to sweep it out there to McLennan. He gets a good touch and a look forward. He powers himself into that left-hand side, squares it across. And a throw-in will result from the clearance from Captain Jaden Booth. And the intensity and vigour carries on from that first half from Christchurch United. And Selwyn managing to keep up with it the majority of the times. But here plenty of questions being asked of their defence. Barima goes down like he's scoring a try. Just to probably give his side a wee bit of more time to get themselves forward and into shape. Experienced campaigner Barima. Of course, Selwyn United enjoyed a bit of National League exposure last year as they had a bit of a fairy tale ending to their year. And a few of these players have played big games in that Southern League, or the National Southern Series, as I think they called it at the end. As did Christchurch United. Todd Smith looks to... Yes, was it a cross or a shot? I'm not sure, but Allett was there to stop anything getting either towards goal or stopping the link up between Todd Smith and any advancing Christchurch United player. And we'll have a corner from the left-hand side this time. The set play has been very consistent here. There's the short run. Drags the player out and it's put in. Allett's strong enough to get the ball away there, but it's ended up back with McLennan. Billingsley can't get it under control. It sort of just ended up a wee bit behind him. Todd Smith doing well there to recover and get the ball under control. It's Grover into Godden. Fairly, just unfairly getting the better of Godden there. Love wants that taken in the right spot. Well, getting to this is Christchurch United's had a bye in the first round of this competition as they clip the ball in. It's Barima. He's unfortunately dropped it out for a corner. They had a bye in the first round, Christchurch United, and Selwyn United getting here via round 1 victory over Burwood, a Canterbury Premier League side, 3-2. It's the ball's back post, fallen to McLennan, drives it in, but McLennan was, it might have been Weston was judged to have, Blake Weston just got on the back of a player there. And both these sides are doing quite well last year. They met in the semi-finals where United won that game by the single goal. And United went on to the final to face Kashmir Technical and went down by 2 goals. So I've met each other just a bit earlier this year's Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup. It's Mackay into Van Wyk, spins, good bit of energy in there from him. Carradus looking out to Arnott, dispossessed by Wilkinson, and Wilkinson's looked for the run on McLennan, but the timing's not right. The run was just a bit early. The ball wasn't ready to be passed, and they missed the opportunity there to Christchurch United. And it's Mackay who gets the ball, looks forward. McLennan's come back. Matheson coming out with it to Todd Smith. Todd Smith just back into Lapsley. Gets the return pass. Spins, looks forward, clips forward to Wilkinson, who's timed the run. Gets a great touch in and can't get his foot around it. His first touch was outstanding to take him around Barima, but there was just couldn't get around it to get the ball goalward. But a tidy ball forward for Wilkinson, who's preying on that back line of Selwyn United. We have a sprint race here from Darius Van Wyk and Matheson. Wilkinson with a bit of a loose pass here that Murdoch's pounced on. Can he make something out of this? As he dances across. And it's fairly out to Van Wyk. Stands up Matheson. The cover's there from Wilkinson, who gets a bit of a tap for his troubles. Just stretch that out. Both these sides had their Southern League games over the weekend where, Christchurch United hosted Ferrymead Bays on the Friday and came a stalemate there and 0-0 draw. And unfortunately for Selwyn United, they were undone by Green Island 3-2. And as I mentioned earlier, they have got another tough game against Kashmir Technical this weekend. And Barima doing well there to survive the latest onslaught from Christchurch United, who face Nelson on Sunday. So there should be a great bit of a contest there between Nelson Suburbs, who are thereabouts really. When you look at the table in the Southern League, they're sitting in third at the moment. They've had a couple of draws, three losses. Christchurch United currently undefeated in that league, so they obviously dropped their first points against Ferrymead Bays on Friday. As Weston comes forward with it. Bit of a shimmy to give Murdoch, try to get rid of Murdoch's intentions. Matheson, back into Weston. Matheson getting himself on the ball, but Murdoch doing well to get the spoils. Fairly tries to return the ball to Murdoch, but Weston's done well there just to get a foot in. As Lapsley strolls forward unchallenged entire length of the half. The ball goes to McLennan. Back into Todd Smith. Wilkinson. Matheson's gone up around the outside, but I don't think that's been seen. It's a pass to McLennan, ended up with McLennan after a deflection. McLennan were trying to clip the ball close into that central area where there was a few blue shirts hanging out. And it's Bingsley now, the ex-all-white. Return passes with Matt Todd-Smith, and now he's got himself in a lot of room in there, and his eyes lit up. He wants to get himself on the scorecard here tonight. He's had a couple of opportunities, but in his first game in a blue shirt, Christchurch United blue shirt, he just can't find his range at the moment. You have a feeling, though, that it might come. I don't think it'll be his last chance of the evening. And Murdoch's been the centre of most attacking plays for Selwyn United as he tries to link the forward run. And unfortunately for Murdoch, he just caught the foot of Todd Smith, who ends up on the deck. And the whistle was blown on from... And a nice ball out there, Wilkinson. Mackay just doing enough to get on it. To get a bit of a touch, but it's come off him in the end. Thanks to that assistant referee Nottage, who's sporting his a magnificent mullet, which is collecting some money for charity. And it's a great effort in there from Lapsley's left foot. But Barima batting it away, keeping it in. But here come United again. Todd Smith, ball goes into McLennan, who's been able to spin. And it was Ashton Wilkinson who's able to get a crack on, but not from a great angle, and Barima had it completely covered. As Mackay gets the ball to Van Wyk, Fairley's there just to move the ball back into Booth. Booth off to Ellett. Ellett out to Mottis, who's put immediately under pressure, but Mottis has done well there just to skip by. Skips by 1-2. And dispossessed there. Sepulveda there doing well just to gain position for his side. Gordon putting all sorts of pressure on it. Both able to got some time to figure out the right pass to play. It'll be Weston who'll come forward with it. Into McLennan, the runs in there, but he's about a chip pass. Just not chosen the right ball to play there, McLennan, as he clipped the ball past Ellett. I think he might have been going for goal, but he had some opportunities there to catch up with some central runs from Billingsley and Wilkinson. Wasn't able to pick out either of them, and Murdoch's done well under the high ball. Todd Smith clips the ball out to Wilkinson, who takes one touch. Ball's into Billingsley, he's got room to turn. Out to Todd Smith. Connections just aren't there for Billingsley just yet. Newly into the side, a bit of advantage in there from Love as Todd Smith slowed his opponent down there by holding on to him, but Love paying advantage. Ball's out here to Matheson. Matheson, well covered by Caritas. Van Wyk to Fairley, back into Mackay. Mackay goes forward into Murdoch. Murdoch spins Weston. So decent challenge for the ball there. And Carradis' ball's ended up in his feet. He's able to get Van Wyk forward. But tidily done by Grover, who had the cover going on. And Godden sprays, moves the ball out and finds Wilkinson in a lot of space again. The wide players of Christchurch United have had plenty of room, and it's a great ball through to McLennan. The touch has just taken him a bit wider than he probably wanted. And it's Lapsley. He's able to return pass with McLennan. McLennan's looked for space down the... Oh, and he's gone crashing into the fence. Oh, my goodness. That didn't look great. Hopefully he's okay. He seemed to hit the fence there in an unfortunate rate of knots. After all the games I've seen here at English Park, I haven't seen someone hit that rail, which is it's not that far from the ground, is it? When you moving and just get that wee bit off balance, you could easy. As McLennan showed, you can just... Let's hope he's okay. Yeah. There's a few drinks going down, but we can carry on the play. Well, Selwyn have got the ball underway, and no. Love wasn't happy with making sure everybody was ready to play. Some of the United players have gone off and got a drink as McLennan's still getting attention, but it's off the pitch, so that play can continue. There'll be a player down for a moment or two. He's on his feet, which is good to see. Balling out with Mackay, clips it forward into Van Wyk. Back into Fairley under pressure from Godden. Both square it to Allett. Carradis out to Allett. Go back to both. Starts seeing a bit of continuity here from the Selwyn side. Mackay. Unfortunately, Van Wyk and Fairley just getting a wee bit too close to each other. And we are going to see a substitution. 17 for 3. So that's maybe... Oh, unfortunate for Murdoch there, who had a wee taste of space. And Weston's loose pass has got the ball out here to Van Wyk, onto Matheson. Matheson, Van Wyk. And Weston again putting the ball skyward. Squared across, can Selwyn make anything of this? So that's Joel Peterson who's come on there. He looks like he might have slotted into maybe just a straight swap, I'd say, for Daniel McLennan, who's come off the park and made his way to the dugout, holding a towel to his head. Not under, fortunately, he's walking. A free kick here for Selwyn. Love not liking what he saw. So it'll be Barima who will get us underway. In the 65th minute, Selwyn wanted to see if they can get back on the scorecard and back into this match. The ball's going to make the outing yard line, and Weston's all over that one, able to get the ball away. Mottis is not able to keep the ball under control. Out to Wilkinson it comes. Skips forward, Mackay turning him inside and outside, looking to get an opportunity to get a shot on target, but not there. And it was the new player, Joel Peterson, who tried to have his first shot of the game. Wilkinson drives the ball into that 6-yard line. Selwyn United defence there. Todd Peters unable to get the ball back for Christchurch United. And Joel Peterson has recently been over in the US college system. Booth just moves forward looking for a long ball into Van Wyk. Ashton's covering his just outside of his area. Grover, ball's made its way to Sepulveda. Interchange with Todd Smith. And Peterson unable to get the ball retained for Christchurch United. Wilkinson putting Mackay under pressure here. And he's been able to get the ball driving into the box, squares it across, and again, avoids, well, eludes, I should say, eludes the two forward runs, one from Peterson and one from Sepulveda, I think, who had made it to the back post, but just moments too late and wasn't able to catch up with the ball from Wilkinson. Todd Smith out to Matheson. He'll slow the ball down. Drives into that space. Ball into Bingsley. Well marshalled by Allett. And it's Van Wyk who loves to get a bit of clean heels. And play on. Sepulveda have the advantage. His shirt was grabbed by Van Wyk. Grover with the big ball over into a forward placed Lapsley. Returns the pass with Peterson. Here's Wilkinson with a lot of space. He drives it in, unfortunately, straight at Barima, who did well to get the hold of that ball. Probably wasn't struck as well as either player thought. Sepulveda just putting the ball back into Weston. Weston will go back to Grover. So they change passes, just trying to move the Selwyn defence around. Great ball between the lines in there to Weston Smith, and it's Lapsley who's down the left-hand side. Plenty of room and space to get a good ball in. He's unable to connect up with Peterson. And Grover under pressure from Murdoch. And then Murdoch's been able to force the error. Unfortunately not in a dangerous area at all for Selwyn, but they'll have some ball to play with again. Nicely controlled and squared up for Caritas, who may have looked to have a go himself. He's found himself in a very good spot. Bingsley not making things easy for Allett, but Selwyn have got the ball up to Arnott, who's quickly dispossessed by the Christchurch United defence. And Mottis, ball's cut out, and it's Sepulveda who's pushed the ball forward for Peterson. Showed a good pair of heels, but it's Allett there again with the cover defence. We'll restart from a throw-in on the far left-hand side. Oh, and it's Wilkinson able to get a toe on it, and Matt Todd-Smith failing to get over the ball there as it presented itself to him. A good 30 yards out, and if he got that one, it would have been one worth celebrating. But Barima quite happy to see that one high, wide and handsome. Oh, not sure quite how that one's ended up as a Christchurch United throw, but be Matheson. No, Wilkinson's going to get us underway with a crossfield throw into Todd Smith. And the ball's back into Godden. Looks forward to Wilkinson. He's able to turn. Just moving Caritas around. Weston. Ball into Sepulveda. Gundish Matheson. Chooses not to cross it back into Godden. Weston. The pressure comes on strongly from Murdoch, but too much. Wilkinson copping that one. Looks like we've got a substitution for Selwyn United now. And it's Murdoch who's run his socks off tonight. We will go to the bench and replaced by number 12, Finlay Cotton. It's another young player out of Lincoln High School. Very good futsal player. And I know he's got plenty of energy and he'll run around. He'll be a nuisance to this Christchurch United defence. We hit the 73rd mark, 73rd minute mark. And it's Lapsley who whips it in. Barima goes searching for it and is only able to get some fingertips on it. As the ball heads towards the car park. And Selwyn United set their defence from a corner again. This one not operating. A delayed short corner from Wilkinson. He's got the ball to Sepulveda who drives it in. Just needed a touch to direct it away from Barima, but he was saw it all the way. And a safe pair of hands. And Arnott trying to hassle Lapsley out of position. Godden getting in a good foot to dispossess. There might have been some advantage there, but Sepulveda's got the ball. Quick interchange with Peterson. Rolls the ball into Bingsley. Wilkinson makes his way into the centre of the box and the ball's put in and it's gone over to the far post where no one is. But Sepulveda's made his way out there. Spins, looks forward. Oh, Todd Smith lost his footing. Probably a bit of moisture in the air out there on this artificial pitch here at English Park. Morris doing well. Looked like he might have lost it there for a moment under the pressure of Bingsley. But he's done really well. And fairly, back to Morris. And again, he'll start the game again from a throw right in front of the dugouts. And we've got ourselves another substitution. Matheson making his way to the sideline, and it's young Jackson Cole who will come on. An under 17 trialist at the moment, along with his fellow substitute in Nicholas Murphy, both of them under 17 all white trialists at the moment. He's a direct swap there, so oh no, it's Jordan Spain, sorry, my apologies. Jordan Spain who's coming here on the right back. The first pass of his is not a good one, cut out by Matheson, but he's carried us, and the great ball through to Wilkinson, who's able to get his head up under. Tries to make his way around Allett, but the sideline crept up on him and got to him first. So Jordan Spain has played a bit of time up in Wellington football circles. Originally from Canterbury, and played a few Canterbury United games for the Dragons. And Peterson with Matt Todd Smith and Lapsley able to pass their way out of trouble. Grover off to Weston, and it's Cotton who's given chase. Cotton in the ball, and it's Carradis who's joined in, and Ashton has had enough of that, so he's pushed the ball forward. The ball's put back up in the air by Selwyn United. Oh, and White Mackay under pressure from young Jackson Cole. He seems to have plenty of wheels. So there must have been a double sub, because this has Jackson. It might have been Wilkinson's gone to the. No, he's gone. He's up top there still. Must have been Bingsley who's made his way to the bench, and Jackson Cole's come on. He's got himself in a good position here, but Matt Todd Smith is driven into the area, and it's that man Allett who's there to tidy things up again with a clearance. That's what must have happened. We've got a double sub, so Jackson Cole has come on. And it looks like the night's over for Noah Bingsley in his debut game for Christchurch United. And Matt Todd Smith's got a wee sniffer goal here, is he? No. Cut him once too many times. It's Darius Van Wyk who's been able to release Joe Arnott to get up and over the halfway line for his team. As he carries on down the right-hand side. Selwyn United trying to get a few players forward. I think it was Peterson who's able to get back there. Jackson Cole putting Booth under pressure. Godden just getting enough on it. Going to bring this Sepulveda's going to bring this down under pressure. Out to Jackson Cole, who's able to get the ball under control and step forward. He tries to thread the needle, but Booth's got that one covered. And it's Carradus who takes the ball out towards the right to a return pass with Arnott. Drives into this right-hand channel. Returns the ball to Arnott. Gets a Carradus, a dangerous ball in, there's a wee flick on, but unfortunately it's not goalward from Cotton. Cotton getting himself a wee opportunity there, but the ball just ended up spilling across, and Booth eluding Wilkinson and doing well to get the ball to Allett, who's put the ball forward. A bit of forward play here. The Modest looks forward, cuts inside. Gets a bit of a chop from Godden, but advantage is played, and it just about fell to Cotton in that in and around that penalty spot. He's holding a good shape in there, the young lad. And Weston back, just calming things down for a side ball, rolls the ball into Ashton, who gets the ball out to Grover. Into Matt Todd-Smith, who's dropped in. Nice ball into Sepulveda, who's got it out to Jackson Cole. Touches the ball forward. And plenty of space, takes on Mackay, chops in. Got the ball on his left. Look to have a go. Got it on his right now as his left foot. And there was enough block in there from that man, Allett. He's ever present in there and provides a real barrier. And it's Selwyn United now who's going to make a wee change. And it's Omafeo who will make his way to the bench. Not sure who's replaced. I wasn't able to see. Looks like there's just a bit of a change in position maybe. Ball's driven into the far post. No one's there. Lapsley just overcooking that one. One, two. Opportunity's not there. Allett's being able to give another cover and squeezed in by Lapsley. Van Vyk with Cotton, nice little 1-2 to release into space as he can get the ball going goalward. Spain's come back well to give some cover though. And Sepulveda, casual as you like, gets the ball back out to Cole, who goes into Godden. Great running from Wilkinson, who's got himself offside. The late shot has just ricocheted off the far post, but the linesman was able to see that, and we've got ourselves another couple of subs by the looks of it, and for Christchurch United. Looks like Lapsley's going to make his way to the bench, as is double goal scorer Leonardo Sepulveda. So young Nicholas Murphy, or his under 17 All White trialist coming on, and Mika Rabuka, once Coastal Spirit, centre midfielder, has come on into that centre midfield role. So all 5 subs now used by the coaching staff of Christchurch United. Cotton's got himself on the ball. Retains some possession for his side well. Made over to Booth. Sprays it out to Van Vyk. Mackay's there to support, but nice effort in there from Nicholas Murphy, put under all sorts of pressure from Darius Van Vyk, who has won himself or won his team a corner. We're in the 85th minute now. See what if Selwyn can manufacture something to ball into the far post or far side of the 18-yard box. And we'll just restart from a goal kick, says referee Love. Ashton scanning and trying to decide what his best option is. And Selwyn might have installed a bit of a higher line at the moment. Cole into Rambuka. Marshalled well by Mackay. Those two would have played each other in plenty of football. Might have even played together at St Thomas's. And Mackay wants the ball into Arnott. Carradis just flipping it forward to Fairley. He's got the ball in front of Murphy. And Arnott got time to catch. Selwyn pretty hungry to get themselves on the score sheet here. Mackay drops inside a couple. Oh, Murphy's done awfully well there not to dispossess Selwyn, but the clearance is back at the Selwyn United position. Arnott driving the ball forward into Carradis, who flicks it forward and that forward and out to the wing of Arnott. And Christchurch United, we're happy just to see this clock tick away as they make it through to if the score can stay the same, they're going to make their way through to the next round. And they have a few days rest before they face Nelson Suburbs on Sunday. As Booth seems to be in a more advanced role at the moment. Gets the ball forward to Cotton. Cotton doing well. And they've got themselves another corner here as the 88th minute comes up on the clock. Bremer advancing up the pitch. Wonder if he'll get himself involved in this. No, he won't. Into the 6-yard boxes. Just can't get enough on it. The Selwyn headed and Fairley gets it onto his left foot. Chooses not to cross. Tries to exchange with Booth. But away come Christchurch United. But Booth has got the ball. He's tried to squeeze the ball into that far post, but not able to get it on target. What a great opportunity there for the captain. There might be a wee bit of extra time to be played here. There's an injury there to McLennan. Didn't take too long as he was off the pitch, but and of course substitutions always add a bit of time on. Todd Smith goes straight back to Ashton. Rolls it onto his right foot, pops it back where it came from. And Spain looks forward, gets the ball to Cole. Rambuka's made a forward run, rolls it, gets it rolled into him, squares it in. Oh, and it's Jackson Cole. Barima had come out and closed down the opportunity that was there as Jackson Cole drifted in after setting Rabuka up, who squared the ball in. And the ball, great. Jackson Cole grateful for the ball, just rebounding straight into his stride, and he puts the left foot through it to make it 3. And the 90th minute also ticks over in this fixture. And as I said, there's unlikely to be a lot of extra time. There is a 4th official here today. I haven't seen him reach for the clock or for the board to give us any additional time just yet, which I imagine means that he won't be. As Christchurch United just retain a bit of possession through Western. Rovers just interested in seeing the ball down the other end. Spain drives into a bit of vacant space, which is soon closed by the Selwyn defence. Here goes Peterson, one-on-one with Ella. Just retains position, dances around with it, does well to keep the ball. Todd Smith as a wee run at the defence. They just fall off him a bit. Wilkinson got the ball with time and space. A loose pass pounced on there by Van Wyk. And it's Fairley. Can't see any way out down the left, so he's gone right. And Wilkinson's still got a great turn of speed this late in the game. It's Jackson Cole who just can't connect with the forward run from Wilkinson. Murphy just heading it forward to Fairley. Gets himself involved again, but it's Booth. Mottis under pressure. Wants to spin out of it. And collects a bit of a foul there. So forward comes Barima to take this one as Selwyn try to get some sort of consolation late in this game. As he tries to pump it forward into the 18-yard box. It's just a little touch is all it needs. Ashton come up and got enough of it. And the ball's back with Mackay. Just moves the ball around Cole. Clips the ball in. But no, the quality wasn't there. And that was a bit of a reflection on the game, really. A very young and ultimately inexperienced Selwyn side. Would have taken a bit out of this with 3-0. I know their side was a bit depleted. And Christchurch United having a few reinforcements arrive as they head towards the sharp end of the competition of the Southern League, looking to strengthen their side into National League football. They've collected a 3-0 result here to the good over Selwyn United in the Morrison Mitsubishi English Cup quarter-final. I look forward to tuning in next week for another quarter-final. So thanks for joining me. I've been Craig Crawford. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage.